Dr. Fauci warned about the potential spread of the new variant, BA2 Omicron, on ABC News. Watch that.
Clearly, throughout the world, it's about 80+%, 85% of the isolate. In the United States, it's still somewhere around 30%. So it does have an increased transmission capability. However, when you look at the cases, they do not appear to be any more severe, and they do not appear to evade immune responses, either from vaccines or prior infection. So the bottom line is we likely will see an uptick in cases as we've seen in the European countries, particularly the UK, where they've had the same situation as we've had now. They have the BA2, they have a relaxation of some of the restrictions, such as indoor masking, and there's a waning of immunity. Hopefully we won't see a surge. I don't think we will. The easiest way to prevent that is to continue to get people vaccinated, and for those who have been vaccinated, to continue to get them boosted.
Rand Paul gave his rebuttal to Fauci's interview over on Fox News. Here's that.
Not one thing he has advocated other than the vaccine, and I'm not against the vaccine, but the interesting thing is this, and he won't admit this to the public. If you take a sample of blood from 1,000 people anywhere in the United States and you measure to see if they have antibodies to the virus or antibodies to the vaccine, it's over 95%. That's why we're doing better with this. We have developed immunity, either from having the disease or from being vaccinated, and that's why we're doing better, in addition to the fact that the virus has mutated to a less virulent or less deadly form. But he won't admit it because he's so caught up in putting stickers on the floor, putting masks on your face, putting goggles on you. The guy's a menace, and he hasn't been right really about anything since the start of this.
Although it sounds like they're getting closer to agreement, actually.
No, they are. But what Rand is saying is that he's been there all along, and now the COVID cautious Team Blue health official type people are finally coming along to the, well, all right, it's, what are we going to do?
Although Fauci's plan to get to herd immunity was not that we would have one of the highest infection rates in the world.
Right.
And actually, so we were talking about Bill Gates a couple weeks ago saying, sadly, it looks like Omicron is becoming like a mass vaccination. And we couldn't figure out why he was saying sadly. But later I figured it out. He meant sadly like these people got sick. Right. And some of them died.
Right.
And that you would prefer that they get some inoculation in a way that doesn't lead to them right. dying and getting severely ill. And so, okay, it's good that we have 95%. Let's say it's true that we have 95% either prior infection or vaccinated. The fact that so many people got it wouldn't have been at the start. Hey, let's have how many people got it in the United States?
Got it? I don't know. We have 1 million deaths, right?
Right. Yeah.
1 million deaths. I don't know. We don't know how many people got it.
Tens of millions.
Yeah.
Right. So if in March 2020,
there's 400 million people in this country, right?
330, 340.
330. Yeah. Our vaccination rate is like 80% or something at this point, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So, but if you would have said in March 2020, the way we're going to get out of this through herd immunity is a combination of vaccinations and infections, and 1 million people will die of it. Say that again?
Yeah. Yeah.
80 million cases, and 80 million people will get it. If you'd have said that in March 2020, I'd be like, no, well, let's try something else. I don't know if 80 million people are getting this, even if, say, 30% are asymptomatic. That's still 50 million people suffering through this.